morning everybody, and how are you? My name's Iris Smith and I'm the owner of a small business called The Flower Patch, where I make beautiful artificial flower arrangements for all occasions. Welcome everybody. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I hope the weather's lovely where you are. It's a bit cloudy here in the Mansfield where I live in the UK, but it's nothing out of the ordinary. So today I've got a customer order, and I'm going to do this on our video today. The lady and her husband came yesterday afternoon, and I thought they don't want it till next Wednesday, Thursday, around there, midweek. But I thought if I get it out of the way, because I've got a really busy weekend doing paperwork and all the admin and things, so I thought if I get it done now, I can perhaps have it on show for a few days, and then I will box it up ready. So the lady and gentleman didn't want a big 14 or 16-inch wreath. They only wanted a 12-inch wreath, just to sit on the little bungalow door. So we've got the wreath out. I've put the hook on it already, and I've also trimmed it down to make sure it's lovely, neat and tidy. So we're going to go through what the lady and gentleman chose. They wanted, because I do ask my customers, when they're here, because obviously all the flowers and foliage are all on show. So they had a look around. The lady and her husband liked the twined fern. So, I mean, I've got one of the many bunches here. I don't need all these guys. I'm just not really prepared today, because my cat's not very well, Marley. So I've had to get some medication and things for him. So anyway, we've got just a twined fern that they chose. The gentleman specifically did like the maple with the orange, or it's like a corally orange, I think. Well, to me anyway. Maybe with a hint of red in it as well, but green also. The maple. So we've got some of that. The lady spotted this ruscus I've got. I usually use it for autumn or things like that, or mainly. So she said that she would like some of this in. This is quite a vibrant orange, but it does have the odd bit of like brown tint to some of the leaves as well. So we've got that, and they both agreed that they like the tree pine, so we're going to place on some tree pine as well. For our floral, the ladies and the gentleman's favorite flower is dahlias, so they like this color to go with the color scheme they've chosen. It's like a creamy color, creamy peach, more of a peach, I think. But that would look lovely with the arrangement also. And they like these little baby peonies with the foliage in like a coral color, which will also look lovely with the peach of the dahlias. They did want, well, they did say berries. They wasn't sure what colour, but when I held all the elements that they'd chosen together, and then I placed these red berries against them, they thought that looked lovely. So they've gone for the red, but I say red, it's burgundy really. And they also would like some of these in, what I used yesterday on this one, but I've got them in a corally orange colour as well as a cream, so I may put a mixture of both in. And they loved these little baby blossoms because they've got like like a reddy colour. I don't know, like a, I can't really say the colour because I never, it's a mixture between, I guess, a bit of, I think what's thrown me is because they're dark brown stems. I think it's a bit like a corally pinky type look, but I placed those against it when they chose it and they did sit lovely with it. Now they do want a bow. So I got all the ribbon out in the, you know, the colours here, what we're using, and they came up with this. They didn't want a big round bow, just a few loops, you know, not many, just like you know, 4 loops, and I placed in the little webbing ribbon in the centre, and I've also done a smaller one just with 2 loops. So I'm going to have this near the, I'm thinking around near the top, and maybe just attach it together like a waterfall effect, and then have this one near the end. So that is what we have today for our customer. Let me just move things out of the way. And that's what we're going to do for the lovely lady and her husband. So I'm going to bring the camera down. Sorry, I may not be with it today, guys. I'm just a bit concerned about my cat. And we're going to crack on. So, one moment. So let's just bring it down and come in a little bit more. Like so. Right. Oh, and thank you so much for your wonderful comments, everybody. I think I just still need to answer a couple more of the messages I received. And apologies if it's, you know, you think it's a little bit late. Again, I'm just, you know, concerned about my cat. So, we're going to add in some of our tree pine. I know I've got some bits in here. I could use those up. What I cut off the stem, because I'm one of these, I tend to cut a few down off a fresh stem and place them with them, so I haven't got to keep chopping. So, oh, and they did want just a crescent shape wreath. They didn't want a full wreath, but they did say if I feel that it needs to be a full wreath, then they would be more than happy with my decision. So we'll see as we go along. So I'll turn it upside down, everybody. I think I would quite like to do a full wreath for a change. I think with it only being a 12-inch wreath, a crescent shape, I can make them look bigger, but I think maybe on this occasion it would look better with the elements that they have chosen. So we'll see as we go along, and I will inform the customer, you know, of the decision that I make. I always keep my customers informed of anything and send them pictures of what I've done, and ask also if there is anything else that they require adding. I think I'm going to do a full wreath. Let's do a full wreath. Let's give them something really nice and special. And I also do inform the customers if I've added something in, if I feel that, you know, it was something else was needed. And I also do sometimes as well contact them before I do it and let them know. But the lady did say, you know, I'll leave it within your hands if I think it would look better. So I think I'm going to go round like this. Yes, with Marley, guys, he's lost ever such a lot of weight. He's become really thin. He's not really eating. So I am very worried. And he's just crying a lot. So I'm going just around the edge with our, oops, wrong way around. There is a back and a front to these. I think that's a bit too far. Oops, I nearly got it all stringy then. I wonder if I've got any more double. No. So let me just cut another one off. And as you can see, I'm just going around and following the pattern of the wreath around. Just thread that one through. No, it doesn't look right, so I've just gone and followed the shape of the wreath around. I'm going to get some of these single ones and pop those in as well. I've gone around the edge, so I'm going to go on top. And I'm going to go in between each one that I've placed on. Oops. Wipe off any glue that's seeping out. And they do come with different shades to this, some darker than others. And I'm just lifting the ones in the center up to give it that, you know, fullness and volume. Let's just make sure it doesn't. Let me take that glue off. I could see it going down to the bottom, so I had a feeling it was going to go through. That's better. place one on here as well, and one there. Let's get a darker one. So there we've gone round on the top as well as on the sides, around. So it's got a bit of movement. I've got some 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left. I could bring some in as well, a bit further towards the center. Let's see, around here. Bring it in a little bit. Just to give it a bit more volume. We may as well use all the ones that I cut down. Let's have a look. Yes, so we've got it all full of tree pine, and we've placed those in. I think I'm going to add in some of these. I've cut some of these down as well. I did start to cut these down at the beginning, but then I just thought let's just get on with it. So I want some length, you know, sticking out a little bit. I don't just want it, you know, where it's just sitting all flush. So I want to bring, you know, some pieces out from the sides as well. So let's start here. Again, give it that movement. Oh, I thought I cut 5 pieces down. I could have sworn I cut 5 pieces down. And again, I'm going to go with the movement around, with it being a full wreath. Oops. Let me do. I did see one come off earlier, and now I can see where it's come off. There we have it. I'll cut another one, unless I placed it in the big bunch. I don't think that's grabbing very well. it? I could have sworn. Let's just cut one. That feels a little bit loose, so I'm going to put some glue just on the end. Oops. Just bend the stem a little bit so it goes around in that shape. Wonderful. I don't know whether I need another one. I push that one in a bit more. I could do with another one here, I think. So let me just have a look. Yeah, so that's what we've got with our maple. Well, let me just drink my coffee, guys. My son made me a drink. I do tend to forget. So, oh, I've got one that's popped off. I don't think I'll find it in all of these. So just for some more movement again. Oops. Oh my goodness, I've just pulled that off. Let's stick it on. And I'm going to bring some on the outside. And then I may bring the odd one on the inside. So I'll do the outside first. I hope you're all having a grand day. I hope the weather is really nice where you are. I've looked on my, you know how you can get the weather on your mobile phone. I've looked on my mobile phone and apparently we're supposed to be getting higher temperatures just creeping in again. I don't know, I think about 29 degrees, which is around the high 70s. Just part those, that's it. I've got unfortunately, guys, I've got a funeral to go to. Another one of my friends has sadly passed as well. That's also on my mind. So I'm ever so sorry if I sound a little bit down. She wasn't really that old. She was a member of my choir that I'm in. And we're all, you know, members of the choir are going to sing at her funeral. It's just going to be nice. It was an unexpected death. We didn't, you know, we just found out one morning that she sadly passed. I'm going to now bring just the odd ones in. Because the lady and gentleman did say they, you know, they like lots of, well, I think their exact word was they like lots of, oops, I just dropped something. They didn't say wispy bits, they just said they like, I think the lady just said she likes things that do this. I knew what she meant. So I did show her a few things and she says, yes, that's right, those sort of things. So let me cut another one off. Oh, is that one? No, that's a single one. I don't know what. Oh, here's one. Oh, no, it's not. Can I put that on there? Her husband laughed when she said that. I thought it was quite sweet. Let's just incorporate some of these. Crikey, it has got a lot of movement. Has anybody been away on the vacation or holiday? You know, anywhere nice, or if anybody planning on going away? I think a lot of people are around this time of the year do go away, and I think it's quite a quiet time when it comes to where I am in the floral business, because people are away on holiday. Where's the top? Right, because now we've changed his mind to do it at the top. So I'm going to bring this here and then just do a couple of loops here for the waterfall effect, and then I'll bring the smaller one opposite down here. So let's attach our bow. Pull that piece through. Let's look for the other piece of wire. And I'm going to put it through there. Let's just grab both of the wire and then just place it in the position that we'd like it. Twist it at the back. What's that? Right, let me just reposition this, guys. It's come out at the back. I think the stem may be a little bit. Around here. So I'm going to, where's it gone? Here. Just turn the wire back inside. So that's that. I'm going to thread this just under here, like so. So I've got a wire here that I'm going to just pinch the two together. And twist at the back. And then I'll pop these through as well, around here. And then one through there. So when you're popping your wire in, don't pop them through the same place, because your wire needs to have some, oh, I can't find the other one now. Oh, it's here. It needs to have something to attach to. So let's twist that one as well. I don't know if you can hear the wind, guys. Again, it's really windy here today and cloudy. Let's bring that through. Incorporate things in. And then the other one, where we've placed this one, we're going to go in a diagonal position and we're going to go over here. So let's just see where it would sit nice, with a few little tail ends and just 2 loops. I think there. No, I'd like it Yeah, like that. Pull that one through. And then that one. And twist these as well. There. So then we'll arrange our tail ends. It's beautiful colours, these, like the burnt orange. I think that needs to come here. It seems to be, I don't know, should I reposition it? Let me just reposition this one. Take the glue out, what's in on the wreath. I don't want the customer having just a piece of glue, even though they may not spot it, but it's just peace of mind for me. There, so it comes out through there. So that's how the ribbon is now, well, I've said it again, guys, the bow, sorry, the bow. We've got that placed. So now we can work around our bow and the rest of our foliage. I'm going to use these bright coloured ruscas, perhaps more for filler foliage. I don't really want, I mean, I haven't cut any off yet, but I'll just chop one off. I don't think I really want, oh mind you, I don't know, it looks quite nice. I could, you know, spread it. Yeah, I think it looks quite nice. Oh gosh, here we go. Do I put it in now instead? Because we do have, look at those guys. Are they pretty? I've just spotted a bit of dried glue on the leaf. There we go. Sit the tail end over it, over the leaf. I may then place in some of these around the edge as a full, they're not push-ups, but have them as, instead of chopping them down, I'll probably chop a few down to go in the center, but I'm going to put a few around the sides. I've got these guys and I didn't realize how many I've got, so I have ordered more. I don't think I really need to have done, but hey ho, I can save them. Oh, I can't. There we go. And I'm not going to put them really close together. I am going to spread them so they don't look too much, and you know that you're focusing on these before anything else. So we're going to place these along the bottom, or around the side, should I say, and just have them being mixed in with the green foliage on the edge. We'll place one here. And then I'll place one here. I do like ruscus. I think it's rather pretty. Can't see where I'm going. Let me just do that again, guys. And then we've got one there. So that's the ruscusing around the sides. And again, I will place just the odd one up above. So I will cut these ones in half and just place them where you've seen the ones I've placed on the outside. I'm going to go in the center of them to form that triangle. I'll bring that one in so it's there. I'm just leaving these to sit upright because they are quite small. So just to give them that full look, I'm just sticking them in vertical. Well, I'm placing them in, you know, flat like that, but then I'm just sticking it up vertical. So there's that one, that one, that one. Ones. I don't think I've pushed that one in enough. There we go, I felt that then. There. And then, right, yeah. So now we're starting to move on to our floral. I think with the berries I will place those in, you know, probably around the end. Let's get some of these ones in. Oh my goodness. Oh, don't they look pretty? Let's cut one, three, now let me just see with the others, with the blossoms. I need to be careful not to make things clash. Let me just take one off. I think it clashes myself. With the orange. We may just place a few of those in, guys, because they seem to clash. In fact, let's try. See, that looks better. That's bringing it alive. 1, 2, 3, 4. I thought I cut 5. I think that could sit in between there. Where's the top? There's there. So if we placed 1, maybe that one there. I'm just placing these in. 3, 4. Let me get the bigger one. I don't want the board. And then 5. I think I'm going to do it like that. Place those in. I'm going to put that in the middle of the where the tail ends are. There. So I'm going to do it like that, and I'm going to have them spread around. I think they're bringing the orange alive. So let's get these in. And I'm not going to sit them flat close. I'm going to lift them up a little bit, the heads up, just to give that little, again, as I like, the movement or the volume. Oops, let me cut that a little too. Let's just take these out. Place that one there. I think if I need any filler foliage, I will add it in again, and I will inform the customer that I've done that. I just want to make sure the spacing's correct. I think this one needs to go up a bit because I think it's too close to this one. There's a bigger gap here. So I'm going to have to pull this one out. As much as I wanted it where the loop, the bows were, I could easily put something else in there. I think it needs to be about here. And then this one here, like that. Let's pull that leaf off. If I can, crikey. Make sure that's not come through. No. And then one here. I know what I've done wrong. I'm ever so sorry, guys. I'm really, my head's too as I said, thinking about my cat and then obviously my friend. That's, but I don't like to let people down, so I wasn't not going to do a video. Don't those dahlias look pretty? Let's just have a look. Oh, they look lovely against that. Right, I've got a bud here. I don't want, I'll bring the, how many buds? I've got 3 buds. But I do have the others. I'll save those though. Put those there. Because we do have these as well. So they would look pretty on the outside. So how many do we have? Let's just tidy that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's scatter these around on the outer side, and I'm going to go in between where the dahlias are, and I want these for a bit of light colour on the outside and the movement as well. Let's just check that didn't go through. No. So again, we'll go round and place these. And one of these as well, where you have, when you have customers and they require something specific, if I feel something when they're here and I'm chatting with them, that's something, may not look as pleasing when they're together, I do inform them and give them another option or show them, what I mean. And then, but if they still, insist on having it, then I just, I'll place it in because, it's what they want. People have different tastes. So I do what they ask if they stick to it, what they, after I've requested something else. I wouldn't, do it something without their permission. Oh, I've just got glue on my finger. I love these. I think they're really pretty. And one here. Let's get that glue quick. Oh, I haven't drunk my coffee. Oh gosh. I knew I'd forget it. That's the thing. When I start doing things like this, guys, my mind goes off of drinking a cup of coffee. Right, I think I could feel something scraping on the back. Let's have a look. Is it that wood? Let me see if I can just see a little bit of a stem. I will have to dig in deep to get it, but I don't think it's that. And I can see a little one here, but I doubt it's that either. Oh, I can't get to it. But I'm not going to risk it and leave it in. I'll take it out. I don't think it's that. I can't see anything else. Is it this wood? So I always like to check, if, gosh, look at that little bit there. That's digging in, but I don't think it is. Let's see. No, I can still hear it. I think it's some wood. I wonder if it's that. Oh, it may have been that. So, now we've got those. I'm not sure, add the odd one. Actually, they look quite nice. They look quite nice as a cluster, if I'm being quite honest. But we've got these to add in as well. 1, 2, 3. Oops, oops. Oh my gosh, they're all falling out in my hands. 3, 4, 5. I think because there's a heck of a lot of this tone. Would it? Let me just pull one of the berries off. I need something to split that colour. Again, let's just carry on. I can add things at the end. So let's get our flowers in. And I'm going to go in between again where the dahlias are. Put a slightly bit higher up than the ones I've just placed in. And let me just cut that stem. So I'm gonna go just around there, look, higher than this. So it's in the middle of all of these three. So it's like a little centerpiece in this triangle. So that's what I'm going to do around. My sister, she may watch this, but she does watch my videos, loves Highland cows. Absolutely adores them. I got her a teddy bear of a Highland cow at Christmas. I'm thinking of doing her a gift of a wreath for a Highland cow. She absolutely, she wants one. She wants a Highland cow. She just loves them. I don't think her husband may be too pleased about it. But if she wants something, oh my goodness. She is such an animal lover. I love animals as well, but I'm not. Highland cow wouldn't be one of my animals that I'd choose. But yeah, I find it's quite comical. But she does make me laugh. So we've got those all the way around again, and we're filling it up. I can still see areas where I need more greenery. I really do need more green in colour. So let me think. What would I put in? And I will inform the lady and gentleman of it. Let's see. I probably put some, because we've got the pine, tree pine. I think we need more of a bit of a, maybe some ficus or something, or I'll have a look when we've nearly finished it, guys. I want to move on to these little blossoms. Maybe place those on the edge instead of up above. I think that would be a better option. Let's just, that's not much of a stem on that one, so I may have to put a pick on one of them. On this one, there isn't really much of a stem, as you can see, so I will pull that off and place one of my picks on them, so I've got more of stem to play with. Aren't they pretty? I love the colour. So where I've placed these little peonies, I'm going to go either side or in between with these, and to form that triangle with the peonies. So I'm going to do the same thing there. So I'm going to just place them. There's one, so we're going to want one around here. One, two, three. I may have to place this one on the pick as well. Oops. excuse me. So then there'd be one around here as well. And then so I want one there. So let's pull that one off and place that also on a pick. And then I'd want one around here somewhere. I think they look better on the outer side. I think the berries would look better on the top. Excuse me. I nearly started singing then. Right, so we're going to place these in as well. Oh, what they? Oh, they're so dreamy. Oh, I love anything like this. You see, because I need a bit more foliage because I can see gaps. And when I do a full wreath, I don't really like to see too many gaps unless I'm doing a specific style. So we do need some more foliage. That needs to go in a little bit more. Didn't I get one here? There. Oh, it's there. Oh my. Let's get this one in as well. And then this one here. Right, so we've got those little mini blossoms in around the edge. Yeah, it needs foliage, guys. I'm gonna, let me get some. I can see it immediately. It's too gapey. If that's the right word. Let's have a look. I could get different types of colours. I'm going to grab a few different colours out. I don't want red or anything with orange in. So I don't want those. You could have grasses. I've got some oddments of the single leaf kiwi spray. And then let's get, got a bit of these two pieces. I think I'll just bring in some. I just want to have a look. Oh no, that looks pretty. And that has got a little hint of like a, I'd say a very faint tip of like a pinky purpley colour, or burgundy maybe, which would go nice with the stems on here and the blossoms, and obviously with the berries. I think with the salal Yeah, and then the Solar. I've just found these. I could just put the odd ones of those in, with them being dark against the light. And then I've got the ficus. So we've got a bit to choose from. So I want to get these trade scanned here. I think that because they're not push-ups, unfortunately, but I think they will fill some of the gaps around here where it's just quite bare and it needs something to fill it in. I could do a mixture of that and the ficus, but they are pretty. Don't they look lovely against the floral and foliage that are already in, with them being a different tone as well and shape? So I think we'll put a few of them in. I don't want to make a form like a ring around the edge of them. Let's see if that's a bit long. I'm going to stand above it. Yeah, that's not sitting right. Right, one moment, guys. I think I can hear something. One moment. Sorry about that, guys. I thought I heard Marley crying. Oh, couldn't find him. And while I was out there, I just gave the customer for this wreath a quick call and explained to the lady that there is, with the elements that the lady chosen, there is still a few bits of gaps that, you know, personally I'd like to cover. And is it okay if I add in some other foliage? And the lady did say, of course, whichever, if, well, oh, excuse me, I can't get my breath. Whatever you feel that may be needed, please add it into the wreath. So now I've got the lady's permission as well. Oh, so sorry about that. I shouldn't have really have gone off and done that, called the lady while I'm doing a video, but I didn't really want to go too far and she didn't want things in. So I've asked her what other things she may want, and she said, if, you know, she'll leave it with me. She's not sure. So I've just picked up some grass as well as I came back in. And I think some grasses around the sides would look nice. But what I wanted to do first is pop in some ficus around the sides. And I'm going to now do that. So let's get cracking. And it's just to give as well a different foliage, because again, there's a lot of this burnt orange colour and it needs excuse me, breaking up to balance that look. So I'm just bending and I'm going to go around the sides with the ficus. Where I feel it is needed. And then we'll go around with the grass as well. Just add in some green. think that's looking, you know, much better now with adding this in. And I'm just going to, you know, place some other foliage through it as well, so it mixes together. And then I think one needs to be around here. So if you are creating something yourself and you feel something's not right, or you need something else in, but you don't really want to add any more floral in, then just get some foliage and, you know, add a bit of foliage in. I love foliage. It's, oops, I've just dropped something on the floor. Oh, ficus. I find that it really does help when you are creating something, by placing in, you know, like your foliage, to break colours up or to add a bit more volume. Let me just grab that other one. There we have it. And I may want to bring some up above as well, but I've got, I think really I've got the, I could do it on here, I've got the berries and the salal for that. They just stand above. I'm going to bring that one there. It's a bit more bigger gap here. Right, let's now go around with our grass. Oh, my son's made me another cup of coffee when I went in the house. He drinks just as much as me, and he just said as I went in to ring the lady, "Mum, would you like a coffee?" So of course, guys, I said yes, because I didn't drink the last one. I must remind myself. And I was thinking as well, I was wondering if a few pieces of grasses would look nice on the inside. Oh, here's Marley. Here he is. Hello, baby. Hello. Are you okay? Okay. Hey. Oh, you're very skinny. What? Hey. I know, you're poorly. Yeah. I haven't got your blanket in here. Right, I'm going to put a few of these around. I just have to keep an eye on him, guys, because when my pets really go poorly, I am, I'm terrible. I worry sick. As we probably all do. We treat our pets like we do our children. Don't sit on the flowers. I know this isn't a bed. I haven't got a bed for you in here. So don't sit on the flowers. Sorry, guys. I've rang the vets. So it's not that I've not rang the vets or anything. I have rang them. And the vet, and I explained what I told him what was wrong. He sent some medication over. Well, I say he sent some, I fetched it. So we've got some more coming this afternoon that I ordered. That's going to be dropped off. So fingers crossed that my little baby gets better. He still doesn't mind coming to watch me do my flowers. He is an old man though, guys. Well, I say that. I mean, I can't really say that, can I? Because cats can live a long time. My friend's cat lived till he was 25, which is a good ripe old age for a cat. Marley's nowhere near 25. Marley is going to be 12 next. But Marley's family wasn't long living cats. So Marley's doing really well. It's probably because he's spoiled. And so is Evie, my other one. But I can't help that. So again, I'm just going around and I've got one more piece of grass. And again, by placing in the ficus and also some grass, it's filling in the outer side as well. As you can see, I think feel, because you can see gaps, look here, and I didn't want to be giving the customer that where there's gaps, so I feel we need bigger leaves in to cover. If we carry on putting small slimline foliage in, you're going to have to put a lot in to cover those gaps. So the best option is to go for bigger and broader leaves, maybe like this, or eucalyptus, or some more different coloured maple, things with more of a solid leaf, instead of the whimsy ones that I like. And I think some of these are a bit sagey green, or mixed with lime and forest green. Don't lie on there, baby. I can't tell him off when he's poorly. But this is somebody's order. Go and stand over there. I do spray the orders, guys, so please don't send messages, saying that you find it unhygienic, that my poorly cat is, or at any time on my florals. I do spray all of my arrangements with, oh, sorry, are you all right? Sorry. Oh, I've just caught him with a stem. I do spray it all with antibacterial spray, and then once that's dry, then I spray them with floral protector, and then after that I spray them with some beautiful essence oils to give a lovely nice smell. I've got different fragrances. So I'm going to go around on the top now with these guys, with the salal. And again, I'm going to fill in some space at the top. I'm fanning out the leaves, so again, opening them out. So instead of having them together, one on top of each other, I do twist them so they become more like a letter X, if you look at it that way. So then it covers more area up. And I think this would be more pleasing to the customer's eye, with it being having more foliage. Oh, the lady, when I did speak to us, did say that she may want another one making. She was chatting with her husband and he stated that he'd like one on the log cabin on the back garden. That'd be really nice. That one's not twisting very well. There we go. I want one right here. Let the bows or the loops come through one of the there. So I've gone around on the top. I don't know whether I need some. We'll have a look now around the edge. I could easily bring some, yeah, on the edge in between the ones that I've done, and just fill, because there's a gap there, so fill it in around here as well. One, two, let's just get those for now. And do the same, fan it out like that. So we'll go in between here. Bring some of that darkness out on the sides where there's the red foliage, or the orange foliage, should I say. So it doesn't look too much orange or burnt orange. That was slightly my concern. I mean, again, if the customer requested that I still left it like that, then I would have left it like that. I wouldn't have done anything, you know, different without their consent. So while I thinking I heard Marley cry, I thought that was a good time to quickly just ring the lady. Again, my apologies. There's that one and that one there, and that one and that one, and one here. Get this one. We're still yet to place in our berries. Again, I'd rather sort this out first before I carry on. Is there one needed around here? I have got the trade scantia out, but I'm thinking it may not be needed. So that's looking a bit more full, and I'm quite happy with that, you know, looking like that. At least I now know it's not going to look quite, you know, bare and where there's lots of gaps. I think that will look much better. That one too. Let's just twist that around. So I think that will be enough of those. Let's see about the grass. I'm just going to take one, and I'm just going to see what effect this has. I like that, guys. So I'm going to push them all up to the top. Just cut those for now, and I'm going to just give them a gentle persuasion to, you know, open. I mean, I'm not that rough with these. I've done it many a times where I have been and they've snapped because they've got no wire in. So I'm just bending them over a little bit and pressing the bottom down. So these open up as well. Instead of having them, as you can see, like that, I feel it's better to open it up and give it some movement and look quite pretty. Again, I just want those sticking out. And I'm going to go in between all of the dahlias and place them there. And one more. And then we will add our berries. Just bring a few of the grass through. I think we need to move this one around a little. Pop a few through there. Right, now let's add in our berries. So let's have a look. I don't want them in big clusters, so I'm going to place them on picks. Oops, I've just, one's come off. Let's just grab that. That one has as well. Right. pop this berry back on. So with these, again, I'm going to place maybe just slightly offset from the dahlias instead of immediately in the center, just slightly off. I think I won't put a berry on there. And I'll do the same here. They're not very long stems. Mind you, I've pulled them off, haven't I? Oh, silly me. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just not with it. I could put them on picks. And now I can put them on the berries back on. Do you get that when you have berries as well, where they just keep dropping off? It's not that they're poor quality. I think it's because they're, you know, the polystyrene, and I don't know. Well, I can't really say what it could be. I'll just grab some more picks. Where's that one I've just placed in? I know something's missing off of one of them. Here. Where I've placed it. And put pick on this one as well. That's better. Right. Coffee. Oh, have you done that before as well, guys? If you're having a drink, whether it be water or coffee or tea, and you're using a glue pan, and then when it comes to going to drink, lift your coffee, forgetting that you've placed it near the glue pan, you take a sip and you've got glue strings all over your lips. I've done that a few times. Right, let's get these in. And do it again. Again, just slightly offset. And I want them as well. I don't want them where they are sort of like low down. I do want them just to slightly, you know, stick up like they are doing here, to give that a little bit of volume and fullness. Like that. What are you doing? What are you doing, young man? All right. One element is, I think he's just been sick a bit, guys. Oh dear. I told you he's not well. I thought he was a bit quiet. Oh dear. I'm just going to see to him in a moment, guys. I'm ever so sorry about today. I knew something wasn't right, because that's why I said what you doing to him, because he was doing, just wasn't acting like himself. If he carries on, I'm going to take him back to the vets. I don't want to see him like he is. I'll give him a couple of hours. No more than that. And I'm going to bring a couple in the centre. Just to have a few little berries, you know, facing inwards as well, which is a nice. I do want opposite, so it's not right next to it. I don't need no more berries. I've got these little pieces here of the ficus left. I'm going to pop those in on top. Just tidy up the stems, make them look neat for the customer. I wonder if I can pull that off. Oh yes, that was good. Oh, it's done it on that one too. Fabulous. I may just bring that here, because I can see a gap there. Or do I actually? Because of the trade scans here, to being different, I think I'll bring that in instead. I think that would give it, you know, different look as well when being just dark greens. I'll bring one under the bow. Just bring that there. think one around this bow as well. I'm going to use these little 3 pieces for around here. Again, if you've got little oddments left, you know, just of this foliage or floral that you've used, and you don't really want to put them in your scrap box, just drop them back in to the wreath. You know, as like filler foliage. I think that looks much better than it being too much orange or burnt orange. I think it's balanced it out and settled it down from looking too much. I think I just need something here still. I may, what did I place on the floor? In fact, I've got a little one of these. I may just incorporate that in there from the maple. That there as well. Let's see, I can see a gap there. So I'm going to use these. Then again, do I now? I'm putting too much green in. Let me think. I've gone brain dead today. I want to stick to what the lady and gentleman's requested. So I don't really want to be going out of the theme of what they've suggested, that or you know, let me know that that's what they want. So I think I may put these as filler foliage going right down and use them as depth instead, so they're barely seen. It's just the odd bit of grapevine I can still see, and I just want to cover. There we go. Just see if my cat's there. No, he's not there. So that's what I'm doing with these now. I'm going to put them in as depth where I just feel that there's a little bit something needed again, but not too much. So hence the reason I'm cutting the stems quite short. Let's have a look. And I'm looking around the sides as well, just to fill in a little bits as well there. I may want something there. So I can see it immediately here. And then I think that would be enough then. I don't need anything more. I can hear my son talking to Morley, asking him if he's all right. Right, I've just heard something scrape. Right, I can see. If I can get into it. Just go right in. I know what it is. Let me pull this out. Cut that a bit shorter. So the one on the inside is there. I can see a few little pieces of wire sticking up. I just want to try and get right down because I'm very fussy like that. If I can see them even a little bit, I try to get deep down to try lift them up. Even though I'm only cutting off the tiniest pieces. I can't get them. I can't get them all. Oh. That's better. So let me just... Right, I've got 2 pieces left and I'm going to place these last 2 in. We might as well do one in there. Right at the bottom. This one's quite a big one. I may place that in around the bow. Just bring that little bit of green through there. Now I do have this, what's not got a stem, so we'll place a pick on it. Now let's see where I feel I need it. I can see one here, one here, one there. So I'm wondering if I bring this one here, if I lift them up and bring that one there. So we'll guide it in there. Just bring those back up. Get that orange in. This up here. Another one. There it is. So we've incorporated the ruscus back up how it should be. So we've got the orange around the centre so it just doesn't look too much green. Right, I'm not going to do anything else to that. What was today's? I can't get I can't get that in. There we go. I will send this off, a picture off to the customer, and before anything I box it and that, ask the lady and gentleman if anything is needed else added, if they feel they'd like something else adding in before I box it up, then I give them that option. So that's all we're going to do for the customer's order, which I think is quite much better now. We've got more greenery in. Again, it was looking a bit too orange for me, but that's just my I'm just going through my my knowledge and experience on balancing colours, and it was just too much. So overall, the lady did pick some wonderful flowers, and the gentleman, they do all go together. I think it was, they may not have just picked enough greenery. So I think that was just the only thing, nothing else. Overall it's come out lovely. It's a full wreath. It'll look lovely on their log cabin. Oh, not log cabin, door, sorry. I'm thinking about, they're on about the one for the log cabin. On the door. And I think, it's a lovely autumnal colour as well. And I think that, that looks really pretty myself. And with the dahlias being their favourite flowers. So I think that looks quite a warming, really. It's lovely and warming, cosy, colours they've chosen. So let me just get my easel out. Just place it on there. Oops. Let's have a look. And I'll see if I need to be placing anything else. Let me just bend the easel back a bit. Oops. Just having a little play. Just moving a few of the leaves around. Maybe I could do a little bit more ficus on that side. I'll place that in a moment. So let me just bring up the camera. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that. I'm ever so sorry. My deepest apologies, you know, concerning the stopping the video. I am really concerned about my cat. As I stated at the beginning, he's lost a lot of weight. He is, I guess, middle-aged to an oldish cat, as the vets call him. Is well, as say he is old. So yeah. It was just sick. Fortunately, I've got some antibacterial wipes, so I quickly wiped it up. So yeah, I'm a bit concerned. So my apologies. But anyway, I was not going to leave today out by not doing a video. So I wanted to do it, and plus I'd got the order. So I thought, why not? Let's do this and show you wonderful people what choices some of my customers choose to have for their, their wreaths or arrangements. And I think that the lady and gentleman have picked quite nice colours, to be quite honest. I think they're lovely and warming, especially when they've got these little blossoms added in, what go around the edge, what give that floral around the edge, as well as these little cream coloured ones as well. I think they just add that little bit of prettiness, I guess is a word. I don't know. And with the movement of the fern and the maple, the dusted twined fern, we're having these wispy bits in as well, and then the longer stems of the maple. And I'm glad that I did ring her, but I'm sorry that I had to. Well, I wasn't planning on doing it. It was just when I heard Marley. And I thought, well, while I'm here, I'll give the lady a call. I was only on a couple of minutes, not even that, to be quite honest. But I'm glad she gave me the go-ahead to actually add in more foliage. I didn't want to do it without her consent, even though she did say, if you need to add in a little bit extra. But I just needed to inform her of why I need to add in a bit more. And she was okay with that. So again, we've used our beautiful dahlias, the peachy coloured ones, with our orange, and it's quite a vibrant orange, so it looks quite nice in this arrangement, with it being more of a burnt orange effect. This vibrant one looks really pretty. And then we've got our burgundy berries, our cream, and I'd say a light burgundy or a vintage colour. Blossoms. Then we've got our slough. Again, I opened it up to cover more of the grapevine wreath, and our ficus and our lovely tree pine, what the gentleman chose. And what else? Oh, and I've added in some shakibi leaves and our tradescantia, and obviously the bow. What a good choice of bows ribbon they chose. And because I do really think that sits lovely in there. They must have a good eye for colour. They really must. But I will take a picture of that. So if you want to have a go at something like this, guys, if you don't want to use dahlias and you'd rather have peonies or roses or sunflowers, any flower of your choice, then place them in around, and have another flower to go around the outside, or to create that triangular position with. And then get some, lovely, it doesn't have to be maple, you could use ivy. Sorry, I'm getting hot, I don't know what's wrong with me. It could be ivy, you could have willow, anything like that, just to place around the sides. And if you haven't got this twined fern, just use normal fern, guys, if that's what you'd like to place in. And if you haven't got blossoms, you know, try little wildflowers. They would look divine, wildflowers. I really think they would. And, you know, and maybe add in ficus or eucalyptus, birch leaf as well. I've got it in orange, actually, birch leaf, but I just didn't want too much orange. And I'm glad I didn't get it out. So yeah, and grasses. I think majority or virtually everybody of us have all got grasses of any type. Onion grass, you know, snake grass, just the normal little grasses that you get on a bunch. Anything like that, just for a bit of different texture to add along with the smoother leaves, you know, and the smaller ones. Bring some spiky texture in, and like the fern here is quite rough, so bring some rough textures with the smooth textures as well. And then obviously your little berries. You don't have to have the burgundy berries, you know, whatever colour choice that you decide on doing, you know, just maybe adding seed head berries, gypsophilia, because, you know, if you've not got any berries, anything really tiny, you know, anything like that. Or don't even add any in, guys. You know, it's your choice, but I'm sure that you'll make a wonderful arrangement, you know, just by doing a full wreath instead. I know I do a lot of crescent shaped wreaths, half wreaths, but you know, I'm not saying I don't do full wreaths. I do quite a lot of full wreaths as well off camera for customers. So I think I tend to do more crescent shaped wreaths here, you know, on camera, because not a lot of my customers have the crescent shaped wreaths. They prefer the full ones. So I think it's just a change for myself. But today I was determined I wanted to do a full wreath to show you, you know, what a customer has placed on for an order. So I hope you give it a go. Have fun when you do, guys. Please subscribe, share and like. To everybody who you know, let them know, you know, that they could come along, even just to watch, to see what different ideas that we come up with, and we, you know, and colours and things like that, and what they can achieve themselves if they want to have a go themselves. And also, if there's some beginners out there that are wanting to take on floral design with artificial flowers, you know, maybe things as you watch videos, you know, not just from me but from other people, it gives you some inspiration and for you to have a go and, you know, learn different designs yourself and colours, because, you know, I am you know, I do believe strongly about colour choice, you know, balancing the colours and things like that. And I think this is balanced out lovely. So, and I'm sure you guys do exactly the same, because you're all fabulous. And once you start climbing that ladder towards becoming a floral designer, there's only one way, and that is up, guys. We all climb that ladder and we all get to the top, and so will all you. So, again, please subscribe, share and like. Have a wonderful day. Take care of yourselves, guys. And, you know, God bless and good health. And again, my apologies for not really being my true self today. It's just my cat and obviously my friend. But I have to carry on. So have a grand day. And I won't see you tomorrow. I've got a lot on tomorrow. It's my busiest days. So have a wonderful weekend, guys. And I will see you back here next week. Take care. And I love you all. Bye for now. Bye-bye. Right, let's get a closer look at what we've done. Excuse me. There's the bow with a burlap. I think that's 5/8 of a ribbon. Then there's the 1-inch polka dot one as well, where we've got it at the top, and I've just added a bit of the cream coloured deco webbing as well, which is a 2.5 inch. We've got, you can see our grasses. In here we've got our slough. You could use pothos or coleus if you like as well, guys, for your filler foliage. There's our beautiful dahlia and our lovely maple, our tree pine, our little baby peonies. Let's get here, and our really vibrant orange ruscus as well. And we've added in some of our trade scantia. Can you see the little burgundy lines in? That looks pretty. And then our twined fern is also our beautiful deep berries, where they're dusted as well. Give a bit of that vintage look on the leaves, I think. And then our wonderful, wonderful little blossoms here. And then also these little wildflowers. I think, oh, and oh, did I say ficus? We've got our ficus in as well. And, oh, the odd one of our shakibi leaf as well. So I hope you enjoyed that, guys. I hope you have a wonderful day. Enjoy your weekend. Take care, and I'll see you back here next week. Bye-bye for now.